So, like, what was the genesis for this new character that we're seeing? Because you're crushing it. But I
Thank you.
imagine, it takes, hello.
Sorry. Yeah. Hello. Came out of nowhere.
So what's the genesis? What's the germ of the idea for this?
Wait, can you repeat that again? Sorry, because the dog
What's like the
distracted me.
genesis for the new character that you're absolutely crushing now?
Oh, thank you. I would just say it's still me. I'm still like, I didn't go from like I didn't change that much. It's still me. I think it's more just like adding a little edge to Mandy Rose. I think it's more about um yeah, I can still look good and, beat bitches up, but also like I have this edge to me. And I think the whole idea was that as well with Gigi and JC when we all teamed up, like I think everyone kind of thought I was going to make them be more like Mandy, but instead we all kind of we've all taken a little bit from each other, right? So I feel like I have learned from them a lot. Sorry.
Dog just wants to be part of the interview.
I know. It's like I can never do an interview without my dogs barking. It's so embarrassing. Stop it. I think it's recorded now. So I feel like I got a little bit of them, they got a little bit of me. It was a collaboration of all of us, and we help each other. They both had wrestling experience prior to WWE. And I kind of helped them with like developing their characters and really kind of being true to themselves and also like teaching them things that like you don't get taught in NXT. And I take a lot of pride in that with all the girls and the guys. Like I can give them little ideas and creative, like uh, just creative ways to like be able to show and get yourself out there without obviously like just trying to prove that I can wrestle or I can do this like and just things that they're not taught like when they get to the main roster you're not taught certain things and I can go back and show them that these are the things that are going to be really helpful for you and are going to be really beneficial for you.
Can you give us an example of something like that?
Yeah, I mean like even just you know whether it's like helping the girls with um you know, hotels or cars, like rentals. Like we do a lot of that stuff on our own. Like they don't teach you that in NXT. Like they don't like,
Well, it's
get
covered
a
in
good credit.
NXT, right?
Right. Yeah. And like and you don't really travel that much in NXT. So it's like get a good credit card where you can put your hotels on there for expenses and for stuff, for write-offs and whether it's ideas for promos, whether it's how you present yourself, clothing. Like a lot of people, it's hard too in NXT. You're on a different pay scale than the main roster. Obviously, you're just in developmental. You're just working your way. So little ins and outs of like how to kind of not I don't want to say beat the system, but like be ahead of the game when you're
Yeah,
up there, right? So it's like
right.
just little things like that, and just trying to help them about even how they present themselves with higher ups when they get there. Like you don't have to go around kissing everyone's ass. You just have to know your role. Always say hello to people, and like there's certain things common courtesy and stuff like that. But sometimes people get wrapped up in like so many different cooks in the kitchen in
Mm.
NXT because you do have a lot of coaches, you have a lot of producers, you have everyone in your ear about certain things. And also just like my biggest thing with them is like telling them like no matter what people say about your character, like your character best. Like take the advice. They've been doing this a long time, not discrediting them at all. They all know what they're doing, but like if you wouldn't say that word or you wouldn't say that sentence from that promo, ask to can I change this? Because I've done that a bunch of times. I mean, they'll write things for me sometimes where I'm like, not anymore, but a while ago, where I was like, I would never talk like that. Like it's not gonna come out natural.
Yeah.
So those little things I feel like help and go a long way.